pineapple. Okay, Joe Egan, here's where it's at. You're saying KSI's backing you for millions of pounds when they can't pay me 200 what they owe me. But here's one for you, mate. Tell that rat next to you, that pineapple, wire me my money across what he owes me, and once it's in the account, then we might be able to do some business. But until I get my 200, nothing's happening. But if I do get me 200, what he needs to do then is put an offer in writing to me what he is prepared to pay me to fight you. I'm not hard to do business with, mate. You know, and at the end of the day, like you say, you want to make a few quid. You know, so do I. And I'll fight anybody, like I said, when it makes business sense. So here's what they've got to do. Because I said I'd never do any more business with that rat ever. But you're there going on the internet, mate, making yourself busy. Now, it's personal, Joe. Because at the end of the day now, mate, you want to hope he does back you for millions. You're going to have to fight me anyway when you see me, ain't you? Okay, Joe Egan. Here's where it's at.
What's going on, people? It's your man, the White B, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy Joshua Medlock for coming through and boosting up the coin. So, this guy is just wiggy with it. That's all I can say on this one. Yeah, 1 minute he's saying, I'll fight any man. I'll fight any man if it makes business sense. Next minute he's saying, Joe, got to fight me anyway. I got to, I'll fight you on the cobbles anyway. Oh, you better hope KSI backs you for millions, because you're going to have to fight me anyway. You said you're only going to fight if it makes business sense. This guy, John Scary rather, is taking the Mayweather. That's how, to be fair, there weren't that many good people around when Floyd was knocking about. But nonetheless, he fought the bums that was around. That's for a fact. Yeah. Floyd didn't want to fight no one. I think he would have beat him, to be quite frank, but he weren't trying to fight the Kell Brooks and the Errol Spencers and the Sean Porters. He weren't trying to do that. At that time, when Kell Brook and Sean Porter were knocking about, Floyd was fighting Ruben Guerrero. Yeah? And that other old head, what's his name? Bums. Either way you cut it, they're fighting bums. And he said, oh man, my name Floyd, and he's got to make business sense, and I'm in a business game. Floyd, then again, at least we have a record of Floyd winning fights, right? There's no record of John Fury ever winning fights. The only fights I've seen him in is when he got knocked out by the Black Skellington. What's his name? Henry Akinwande. Type it in yourself. Type it in right now, in fact. John Fury versus the Black Skellington. Henry Akinwande. Yeah? Akinwande put a rangefinder out, and it kind of caressed John's face, and he ends up spark out. It wasn't a jab. It wasn't a right hand. It was a rangefinder. Akinwande put a rangefinder out. It grazed John's face, and he's on the floor convulsing, stiff as a board. His toes, bear in mind boxing boots are like 90 degrees, right? A boxing boot will kind of look like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, 90 degrees is the point I'm trying to make, yeah? John's legs were so stiff, yeah? His 90-degree boxing boot, which boxing boots are naturally stiff, yeah? John's foot is like that, like a woman's foot. Most women have more flexible ankles than men. Some women can kind of touch the floor, touch their toes on the floor. That's what John Fury was doing. Akinwande's rangefinder genetically altered John Fury's DNA. Yeah? The DNA in his ankles turned into female ankles, and his ankles was flat, 180 degrees. Stiff, just full of stiffness he was from the rangefinder. Secondly, the second fight I've only seen John Fury in is when he got knocked spark out by Team Lighty representative Ross Garber. Again, wasn't a big shot. Nonetheless, John Fury convulsing on the floor, spark out. Fact. Yeah? So at least Floyd win fight. No one had never seen, even though Floyd fight bums, we ain't never seen him knock spark out. Yeah? So John, there's no evidence you actually had a fight. I don't think John fights. I don't think he does. Okay, he's had a boxing match, but he's not a fighter. He's not. He knows it. Yeah? Oh, I've had 100 grand. I bare knuckled this guy for 100 grand. No evidence at all. Oh, in my heyday, I was fighting bare knuckle every week. There's not one video of John Fury's never fought bare knuckle in his life. Yeah? He doesn't have that in his soul. We've all seen the videos of real bare knuckle cats, yeah? They genuinely, it's evidence as well. I saw one, it must have been who? I'm not sure. There's two families. If you're into that kind of thing, you'll know who I'm talking about. There's two families, yeah, who were notorious in that scene. And there was two old men that shouldn't have been fighting. They looked about 75-year-old, dusty, out of shape. Nonetheless though, guess what? What's important here is not the fact they're dusty, because John's dusty too. The difference is, them man got their old dusty arses and was getting at it, evidence-based, on film. Yeah? 70-year-old plus, getting at it. John, you're not even 70 yet. You look 70, but you're not 70 yet. Where are your videos? If you're really about it. Yeah? You ain't gonna do nothing on Joe Egan. You're not. Yeah? About, when I see you, I'm gonna put it on you. No, John Fury. What would happen is, yeah, John Fury, the kind of guy who... John Fury would only dare confront Joe Egan if he had Shane... To be honest, I think Joe Egan would punch Shane up as well. Shane can't fight. Come on. Shane can't fight. He a pudding. Yeah? He a couch pudding. In fact, he ain't going to fight no one. Joe Egan, I'll tell you now, I'd bet money on Joe Egan punching up Shane Fury. Fact. No doubt about that. So to be quite frank, even if John Fury had Shane, Joe Egan punched both of them up. Yeah, because John, you was 27-year-old. You was 27 in the prime of your life. And random dudes was just having a go on you, clipping you. And knocking you for 6, do you know? Knocking out the park on your head, 100%. What they call it in baseball was strike, no doubt about that. Yeah? Random man was turning up and striking out on your ass, on your head top. That's what it was. Yeah, they was knocking your head top for 6, all the way in the ashes. No doubt about that. Yeah? Ross Garber, and Akim one day the Black Skellington knocked your head off for 6. You was on the floor counting them up. You know what I mean? Like, he's like on the floor, you see him like this. 3rd degree gurns, no doubt about that. That's what happened. Yeah? You ain't getting nothing with John. John was in there, legitimately. Listen, we know for a fact. Joe Egan, was in there, alongside Luis Ortiz, training in the Catskills with Mike Tyson. Taking the best of Mike Tyson's work. I think Joe Egan even said himself that Mike Tyson never knocked him out. Or never knocked him down, something like that, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but it's something along the lines of that. Come on, people. Who here thinks John Fury would last more than a round with 1985 Mike Tyson? Who here thinks that? John can't last a round with random dudes. Yeah? Random dudes knocking this guy's block off for 6. Come on, get a bit serious in this situation. John, you ain't gonna do nothing. Oh, KSIOs will be 200 grand. John, you've made so many moody bets. I'm trying to think now. There's a few bets John's made publicly that he's flapped on and not paid. So it's ironic. John Fury's got a limited memory. I can't remember of the exact examples, but there's several examples in the past where John Fury's made a bet, and then I think there was a few occasions in the Jake Paul fight. Maybe was it that did he say are we gonna knock Jake Paul out? I don't know, but either way, John Fury's made many bets and hasn't paid them. I don't even really care, because them bet things, unless you get them in contract, they're worthless anyway. Well, that was it, in fact. John Fury said, I bet you we beat you, Jake Paul. Jake Paul actually wrote a contract up, and John Fury and Tommy Fury refused to sign it. Then, when they beat Jake Paul, they then said, pay us our money, we want our money. No, John, that's not how it works. Yeah? You're a blagger. Do you understand? This isn't Snatch, mate. Yeah? This ain't Snatch where you just backtrack and make things up. No, you didn't want it. At the time, before the fight, you were not sure Tommy was going to beat Jake Paul. Otherwise, you'd have signed. And if you had signed, I'd have been the first one to say, Jake Paul, pay your bets, man. But you didn't sign. And then you tried to go all Snatch 2.0 on us, talking about, we want our bet money. No, John, you're a fugazi. Yeah, not legitimate. Homoitenite is what your behaviours are. Your movements are homoitenite, not real, not genuine. Moody. You understand? Anyway, John, you don't want to fight no one. You don't. Just admit it. It's fine to admit. Yeah? You're done with getting knocked out. Who can't empathise with that? If John Fury came out and said, listen people, I've been getting knocked spark out by random dudes since I was 25. Yeah? I'm now a 65-year-old grandfather, and I'm over being knocked. I'm over having my head top rang off for 6 at the Ashes by next man. If John Fury came out and put that message out, all of us on a human level would say, you know what, fair play to him. Yeah? He ain't got no brain cells left, really, to give in that sense to Joe Egan. John Fury can't give no more free brain cells to the universe. They've already been taken. All the easy ones have been taken. Akinwande took them. Yeah? Ross Garber took them. But 65-year-old, your brain cells ain't regenerating. John Fury is one Joe Egan away from early onset dementia, CTE for sure. Because John can't fight. I don't believe it. He can't punch. I mean, his sons can't punch. That's a fact. Tyson Fury can't punch. I said it. I was the first one to say it. The Wilder fights threw me off. I didn't realise how useless Wilder was, but we now know Fury can't punch. It's all a big it's all a lie. Yeah? Can't punch for toffee. Couldn't punch Chisora up 3 times. Couldn't punch Ngannou up. Who he punch up? A basketball player. 200 pounds soaking wet basketball player. That's his only punch. He couldn't punch Klitschko up. Can't punch. Tyson Fury can't punch. Tommy Fury can't punch for nothing. Not for toffee. Yeah? Not for toffee can he punch. Now you think 65-year-old John Fury, no chance, he can't punch. Joe Egan would maul him and drag him all around the floor as well. That's what I believe would happen. Yeah? The things Joe Egan would do to John Fury, you'd think it was a mixed martial arts fight. Just dragging him all around the place. Yeah? Anyway. John, just say you don't want to fight no more. That's what you need to do. Because you're all over the place. You'll have to fight me anyway when I see you. John, you ain't never fought no one. Who have you fought? Okay, you gouged someone's eye out, allegedly. I'd love to see the man who John Fury gouged. I bet he was a weedy dude. John hasn't got it in him to pull up on someone legitimate. I just don't believe he has. If I'm wrong, fair play, but I haven't seen it. Where's the evidence of it? Where's the evidence of this notorious guy roaming the streets and being reckless? Where are they? Everyone else on camera, right? Cameras have been out for the last 35 years. Where's all the video evidence of John Fury being ruthless? There's none to be found, people. Yeah, John Fury is an opportunist. Yeah? I bet the man who John Fury gouged his eye, yeah, was like out with his family or something like that. I can imagine that. I can imagine a man out, yeah, with his family and his wife or whatever, and his kids. And that's the kind of guy John Fury would try and pounce on. Do you know what I mean? He's a predator in that sense. He ain't trying to fight no one proper. He's like, oh, wait there a minute. There's a vulnerability there. Yeah, he's out with his wife and kids. Let me try and get in the mix and be hard. John's hard when there's no need to be hard. When it's time to be hard, he on the floor with Akinwande. When it's time to be hard, he on the floor with Ross Gerber, convulsing. Yeah? That was the time to be hard, right? No to be found. When it's time to be hard, Joe Egan wants some. Yeah? Simple words. Send location. Send contract. You ain't got to be doing all the politicking. Who cares if KSI owes you 200 grand, which you don't? Yeah? And if KSI owes you 200 grand, show us the paperwork, John Fury. Show us where KSI signed and agreed to pay you 200k. Because you can bet your bottom dollar, if KSI had won the bet, John Fury would be saying, oh, it's not in writing. Oh, I'm a real man and things are in our handshake and this. Oh, we didn't shake my hand and that means it's a get out clause. That's what he'd be saying. Oh, KSI didn't shake my hand and I'm from the 1800s where we do things on a handshake. So it doesn't... That's what he'd be doing, for sure. He wouldn't pay the money. Not to mention Tommy Fury looked crap anyway. Tommy Fury might as well... All due respect, yeah, Tommy Fury might as well have lost them fights. Useless dude. Can't box a lick. He can't even box first people who can't box. Yeah? KSI about 20 pounds lighter. Tommy couldn't do nothing. Embarrassing. Think about what Canelo does, yeah? Think about what Canelo does to people who can box, right? He makes them look stupid. And these are top level boxers. Tommy's supposed to be a top level boxer, and he's going in there with people who can't box a lick. And he's going life and death with them, making it interesting. Like, damn, you're whack. Do you know what I mean? Jesus. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and like up the bell 100%, no doubt.